Tonight, Bill and Hillary Clinton appear ready for a major legal battle with the House Oversight Committee and its chairman, Republican Congressman James Comer, who now may move to hold him in contempt of Congress. The Clintons are refusing to testify in the committee's Jeffrey Epstein investigation and claim subpoenas they received are invalid. A letter from their lawyers to Comer reads in part, in light of the fact that President and Secretary Clinton have already shared more information with the committee voluntarily than the committee could obtain via the compulsory process, it is clear the subpoenas themselves and any subsequent attempt to enforce them are nothing more than a ploy to attempt to embarrass political rivals, as President Trump has directed. In the release of thousands of Epstein files so far, there are several photos of Bill Clinton, including one in a jacuzzi next to a person whose face is redacted, photos of him with Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. Clinton has not been accused of any wrongdoing, and a spokesman says the former president did not know about Epstein's crimes and had cut off the relationship before those crimes came to light. Jeffrey Toobin is here, a former federal prosecutor. So does the Clinton strategy make sense?
Well, it makes sense politically. I don't think they have great legal arguments. You know, the law gives Congress very wide discretion about who they can call as witnesses, and the argument that this is a political stunt, that it's not relevant to any legislation, I think that's true, but I think it's also true that this is usually within the realm of what Congress can do.
So do you think it's really about avoiding being on camera and the embarrassment of it all?
100%. And also I think they recognize that this is an attempt to distract attention away from President Trump and Epstein. But they do have a secret weapon, the Clintons do, which is that this process, even if they're held in contempt, which seems likely at this point, will take a long time. And certainly it will take past the midterm elections. And if the Democrats retake the House, which seems like at least a decent possibility at this point, the Democrats will take the Oversight Committee and they'll get rid of this subpoena. So I think that's maybe the most likely outcome.
Why does the process take so long to go through the contempt?
You know, what happens is it goes to the federal district court. These are complicated cases. Those cases take at least weeks, if not months. Then the losing side goes to the D.C. Circuit to appeal, weeks, if not months. You're already into 2027, I would say, at least, and then potentially the Supreme Court could take it because this is an issue of constitutional dimension.
Their letter to Comer, the Clintons point to a post from President Trump in December that reads in part, the Dems are the ones who worked with Epstein, not the Republicans. Release all their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping our country. That's to bolster their argument this is just political.
It is just political. And you know, what's shocking is seeing politics taking place in the Congress. That's what congressional hearings often are. They are attempts to embarrass the opponents. That may be a good thing or a bad thing, but it is a constitutional thing in our system that Congress gets to call the witnesses they want, and the witnesses, by and large, don't get to say, well, I don't want to do it. Ironically, one of the best arguments Clintons have here is the Trump versus United States Supreme Court case, which, of course, put President Trump's, as a former president, off limits from criminal prosecution. It also gives presidents, it seems, even greater powers to avoid legal process, and that may be one argument that wins, which would be ironic.
So what is the next move for Comer here?
The next move is to get a vote in his committee for contempt against the president and Secretary Clinton.
And that probably would not be that would not be hard to do.
That would be a party line vote, and then the Clintons would go to court to challenge it, and that starts a clock not moving very quickly.